finally got a chance to check out Christopher Nolan's Tenet, the heavily hyped movie that actually did land in theaters in the summertime, and many people around the world ventured out and caught it in movie theaters. Warner Brothers shot me a code so I could watch this safely at home, and it is a massive spy movie with lots of cool time travel elements, sci-fi type elements in it. It stars John David Washington, Kenneth Branagh as our bad guy, Robert Pattinson is in this, Elizabeth Debicki. It's a movie that is built to keep you on your toes and to keep you second guessing. It's all about this idea of objects passing backwards across what we understand to be the forward projection of time. So it's really a kind of a puzzling movie that makes you question everything. And you're also, because you know that Christopher Nolan loves to shoot on film and he loves to do a lot of his stunts and a lot of his set pieces practically, that a lot of this stuff was shot in camera. So cars were actually driving backwards on highways during high-speed car chases, and people probably had to do some weird running backwards, and the cameras probably had to be, rolling backwards. And so you're trying to figure out the puzzle box of this movie the whole way along. It's not really about emotions. It's not really about caring about the characters. There's a lot of mystery about each one of these characters. John David Washington plays the protagonist. He's nameless. He is just this heroic super spy guy that gets enlisted to help save the world because somewhere in the future, something really bad has happened. You're trying to figure out who has started all of this and how to stop it. And along the way, John David Washington meets up with Robert Pattinson's character and they create kind of an alliance. They have to navigate through the mystery and through some mustache twirling nasties that come chasing after them with guns that catch bullets instead of shoot them. And you don't want to get shot by a bullet that's going backwards. So the whole time you're scratching your head, you're trying to figure out what's happening here and, whether a character that you see on screen is going to meet themselves. And it's a crazy movie. And the music and the audio mix, as you've no doubt heard, is incredibly loud. So a lot of the dialogue is not unintelligible, but it's difficult to, understand. And I've heard from many friends that are watching this movie right now at home with subtitles on to try to help them understand it. I think that the movie was also crafted with the idea of watching it through, a little bit like Christopher Nolan's masterpiece Memento, and then watching it again to see all of the tells and to see all of the, the secrets that the filmmaker has put into it. I've watched some of this movie again. I haven't watched the whole thing again. And I did enjoy it. What I enjoy the most about this film is the filmmaking, the stylishness of it, the locations that they shot at, the incredible music, the beautiful cinematography, the intricate editing that's a part of this movie. And I think my biggest problem with the film is that I just don't have an investment in it emotionally, I've been thinking that movies that deal with any kind of sort of time travel or sci-fi elements that seem difficult to kind of grasp and contextualize as something very real in our sort of current reality, they are most effective when they really employ emotional hooks and characters that we really believe in. And of course, Back to the Future is the one that you can point to, but Inception, Nolan's own Inception, I think is a movie that I can get more emotionally invested into. Certainly I feel that way about Interstellar, which also dealt with, traveling through time. But I do commend the way that this movie was put together, and I certainly love the music in this film, which is composed by the same guy that does the music for The Mandalorian, Ludwig Göransson. Absolutely incredible soundtrack. It's filled with energy. There's a constant tension all the way throughout the movie. You're never at ease. And I think Nolan purposefully crafted the film like this. I also think Kenneth Branagh is kind of chewing the scenery a little bit. He's kind of overacting, but he's so fun to watch as this bad guy that will just destroy everything because he's so petty. And honestly, I thought John David Washington and Robert Pattinson did a fine job with their roles as well. They're cool. Everything is cool in this movie, but maybe it's just a little too cool. I'm going to give Tenet a 7.5 out of 10.